So, jumping headfirst into D&D 5th edition. What happened last time, guys?
We attacked a Thieves Guild thing.
Massacred a bunch of bandits.
Gambling ring.
And then we found that treasure hoard, and they're now independently wealthy, living out of...
Yeah.
Might take some time to...
Well, it says we just put up a 20-second video.
I can't even find the channel, so...
Well, so there's like a 20-second lag time?
Oh, there it is. Lag time.
Yeah, cool.
Yay!
It said that you just
Technical
put up a 20-second
difficulties.
video. I was like, did we just actually go for 20 seconds and pause it? What?
So yeah, you first, right, when we started out the episode, there was a tussle between Dash, Dream, and a creature that was attacking because you killed its...
Some little likely topic.
Something I don't want to relive, thank you.
Yeah. After taking care of it, Dream going down for a spell, waking up, seemingly possessed by something, etched a infernal rune on her hand, and then other stuff happened. You figured out that the creature, the monster, was actually a girl from the village named Namira.
And we figured it out through
brute force.
Yeah.
Which...
Because what is it?
Because violence is
60-something,
often the answer, I believe, was the title of the last episode.
So violence must...
If you're not using enough violence,
Try more violence.
Try more violence.
If you find something when violence was not the answer, you didn't use enough violence.
So we'll see if violence keeps working for them.
Sounds like a warning.
Is that a challenge?
Then you satisfied your second illegal contract by going to this den of thieves and saving a gentleman by the name of Bernard from execution, from cheating at cards or some kind of theft at cards. Now we're here.
For which I hope you will be grateful.
Yeah. What do you guys do? You just finished defeating your enemies.
I'm checking the rest of the cave, making sure there's no one else here.
Yeah.
Make a perception. Actually, investigation.
Can I make one as well?
Sure.
Okay.
Who else is investigating?
I am having Philip do the rounds in the cave.
Philippe?
I see a table over in this corner with 3 chairs. I am pulling up to one of those and seeing which one of those drinks looks like it has the least amount of backwash in it.
They're all pretty gross. The one furthest from you is full, so you feel like the spit to beer ratio is all right.
I got a 21.
21.
Investigation.
If you want to scroll the map this way.
Like that?
Yes. That's perfect. We will see that...
For those of you watching at home, we have a map on the screen that we are still working on a fix to make sure y'all can see it nice and clear.
Can you see one that fell down here?
Completely directly. Dead center. There, you touched it. Is it the
Sorry. What'd you get? So you got a 16,
21.
21. No one else is investigating.
Oh, I had Philip investigate. I'm sorry.
Philip, go ahead.
But he's using my eyes. So that would be a 12. No, sorry, 15.
Okay. Philip finds this room. You explore the room a little bit, and you see 2 beds, not sarcophagus, here with chests at the end of them. You're able to get into the chests and find 10 gold each.
Ooh.
So for everyone.
You find 10 gold in each chest.
Okay,
So
so
20 gold
Tripled
total.
the profits on the wolf job.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then you kind of check throughout the rest of it. And you do see that on this other side, there is, on the far side, there is a tunnel leading out. That you didn't get a
that would have been helpful.
good enough perception roll to see last time.
I had the feeling.
That would have been a non-violent answer. So.
That would have been...
would not have been
that would not have been brute force.
I will say that when recording, all of the advice and whatnot that we've been given by Rook over time, Gimbal did leave that one out of the official record.
All right. What are you guys doing? You have
Just checking the boxes. Anything valuable? I'm guessing my investigation check covered that. So.
Yeah, we would say that 20 gold is kind of throughout all of the chests in this area, and the dead bodies as well. Dream.
I'm assuming there's no windows, right?
Mm.
Okay, so I've gone to the door, I've cracked it open, and I've disassociated.
Okay. I've disassociated.
Okay.
Watch. Finish it.
I'm sorry, that just hit me like a Mack truck.
Just the bluntness of association.
You still see Bernard in his shackles
Oh, I go
by the fire.
I go get him down.
Go and make a check to take off the shackles.
I like how we just
Which would
looted the whole
be,
place and he's just there like, guys,
Using your thief's tools.
Oh,
guys.
oh god.
Unless you want to try to pry it apart. You can use strength if you want.
Thieves' tools is just proficiency, right?
Double
And Dex.
double proficiency, right?
It's basically your stealth check.
No, it's just Dex and proficiency, unless you have expertise in it, which it would be double your proficiency. And also, you should take note of the number that you roll, so
Because
that
you-
we don't do
you're-
this every time.
You're the go-to for locking any picks.
Right.
Flipped it, reverse it.
Okay, so proficiency plus dex.
Yeah.
9.
You are not able to get it open.
No.
Rook, he's having trouble. Can you just rip this open, please?
I'm all the way in the other
Yeah,
room.
he's
at the
drinking.
table.
You're like the other room is
He's
just across
drinking-
the hall.
he's
I just
drinking
turned
spit
the lemon
beer,
hall for
man.
you.
What?
I'll make the beer taste better if you rip these open for us.
I don't even really want this beer. I just think I'm staring into it and considering my life choices.
Well, come consider your life choices
Apparently, I'm
over
also
here.
disassociated.
Here's something to use violence with. Come.
So I guess I go and
What is your strength score?
18.
Okay. Yeah, you can make a strength check, and well, I'd say with advantage since they're helping you out. And then, yeah, depending on what roll you get, we'll see if you break him out or something else happens.
break them out.
Break him out.
Who? What are we doing?
You're breaking out, breaking Bernard out.
Oh,
His
okay.
shackles.
Poor guy, he's still
You
locked
really
up.
did disassociate there.
I did. Trying to update our social media. Sorry. That is
You have
a.
advantage, though.
I do.
Because we're helping you.
There you
That's
go.
better.
So that's an 18.
18. Okay.
Unless I get to athletics, in which case it's even higher.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so then that's a 18, 19, 22.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to focus on the hinges on the shackle itself and pop it out of the wood. It's high enough so you didn't just pull it out of the ground, and he wouldn't be walking around like that for the rest of the day. So yeah, you get him out. Bernard is free. He says, "Thank you so much. I would like to go home now."
First,
Yes.
why are we rescuing you?
I don't know, but I'm happy about it.
Why don't you have a seat, sir?
Okay. Dejectedly, he walks over and has a seat.
Dream? Dream, I might need you for this next part.
Okay.
Could you come be terrifying, please?
Okay. I walk over to you guys.
So, we were paid 500 gold pieces to snatch you out of this thieves' den because you are a gambler? And please try not to lie. She is very upset today.
Make an intimidation roll. Just your presence.
15.
15. Yes, I like to dabble in gambling. I don't know who would pay a ransom for me, but I'm happy for it.
Can I make a perception check?
For
See if he's lying or not.
insight?
Insight,
yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
Okay. 6.
He's telling the truth.
Well, we're just glad that you're safe.
Me too.
Well, so if I'm doing my due diligence on this one, somebody paid us 500 gold to get you out of here. What are the chances that as soon as we hand you over, you're going to get killed, maimed, or re-kidnapped?
Probably pretty high.
I don't know that they would pay you 500 gold so they could kill me themselves. They were going to kill me already.
Oh yeah, that's true, huh? Sorry, I'm having an off day. My daughter is being attacked by some otherworldly creature, and
Is that why she's so frightening?
no, she's just like that.
That's pretty normal.
She's got a good army.
Wow.
So,
Bishop.
speaking of that, we should probably get him back as soon as possible, because that'll include getting her back as soon as possible.
Which would include us getting paid as soon as possible, which sounds pretty nice, if I'm
Means
honest.
we can play dues, means we can play dues.
I'm not totally excited for that part, but we should go.
Well, it also means we can feed ourselves and continue to work and live and
Not fend.
Thank you.
maybe pay a wizard to fix my girl.
Who says she's broken?
He's got a
I've always
plan.
been broken.
That's
Hmm.
not true. You've always just been a little off color.
You know we don't use that word.
You don't. I do.
Tomato, tomato, let's go.
So, Bernard.
Yes.
Do I need to put you back in stocks, or are you going to behave?
No, I'll behave.
Okay. I would just like to point out that the last time somebody didn't behave, my son over there with the horns,
Broke his legs.
yeah, broke his legs. So you're worth a lot more to me there than in the woods somewhere.
You could put me in chains if you want, and not break my legs. If you don't
Okay.
trust me.
Well, no, we don't want to break your legs. Just don't run away.
Okay, I won't.
Cool. I guess that's everything. Do we need to do anything in town?
Uh-huh.
No, I think we're all paid up.
All right.
Unless you want to check on shopkeep again.
We should probably rest before we leave.
I guess that's true.
Anyone hurt?
Preferably
Dad?
in town and not in the middle of the
Oh, yeah, Dad,
woods.
you're looking a little hurt over there.
Yeah, I'm a little down.
You're hurt too.
Yeah,
Oh my.
Rook is also a bloody mess for the first time ever.
That's why
Bishop's
you're
bloody.
like disassociated. Wow, this hurts. This is what pain is
My
like.
treasure.
Yes.
like you hold the gold
Some
now. I give you the
rest.
gold, so 20.
So what are we doing?
I guess we're heading back to town to stay the night.
Okay. All right. Takes you, I think I said, about 45 minutes to get back with Bernard. At this time, it's probably going to be close to sunset.
And we walk in a circle around Bernard so that if he takes off, there's somebody there.
Okay.
Because I really don't want this guy to take off.
Mm-hmm.
But we're trying to be polite about it.
Yeah, it's like
Each of
you're
us.
you're circling to protect him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're bodyguarding.
Yeah.
And we all
pretend we see
spend.
things off in the woods that we're like, oh, hold on, it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we let Bishop entertain him with bishopisms or whatever.
Just fire, different things.
Fire.
Practicing. Every once in a
Lots
while,
of
it gets
fire.
close, and I'm like,
Explaining
I'm
the
taking it.
feeling
Yeah.
about like what it felt like to break the wizard's legs.
No, no. Polite conversation. Polite
Oh, got it.
conversation.
Got it.
Discussing magic, he's not getting any probably, but it's like just
You know
watch.
what? You know what? Gimbal's not talking duty.
That's better.
And gnome stories are better than whatever is coming out of your face.
Just shooting fire everywhere.
You get back to the last call in, and are you going up to the shopkeep to pay for another night?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, it's my friend. How are you today?
I am lovely.
Are you staying another night?
One more.
Okay. How many rooms?
2.
2?
Yes.
2 gold.
2 gold. All right, just a moment. And I'll pay 1 from my personal fund and 1 for the party fund.
Okay.
All right, and we're not going to be able to make breakfast in the morning because we're on a little bit of a
that's
budget. But I
quite all right.
appreciate it. Okay.
All right. You guys get 2 rooms. Doing anything before going down for the night?
I'm just gonna crash.
I
No, I'm
buy.
sleeping in this room.
Where's Bernard sleeping?
Make sure he's in this
We're
room.
doing
Just
the
gamble with
classic Rook bear hug nap prisoner technique.
And I'll sleep inside in front of that door.
Okay. Well, can you explain to everybody what that means?
So in a previous chemistry adventure that we had done before the stream began. We had a captive who what Rook does is he kind of like locks his arms around you and then just falls asleep.
Like arms and legs around the body.
And then he just falls asleep. And so that way, if you try and escape, you have to beat his DC to get out.
And the wizard did.
Yes,
And then
the
he got
wizard
its
did.
legs broken.
Which was an unseen
times.
oversight.
Rook told Bishop to break his leg if he escapes.
Anyway.
And he did.
So before we go down for the night, I do get a, if they don't have it, I'll mull it myself, but like a nice mulled wine, like, something with like spices and whatnot. I have the spices for it.
If you bought it from them, it would be wildly overpriced.
I'm willing to spend it because I want to share it with Dream. So
Okay.
I did also steal a bunch of spice. It's kind of mixed together.
I'm not using that abomination of seeds that you call allspice.
I invented
I
allspice.
thought it was super nice, though.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you get a tie for Father's Day. You don't want the tie, but you still say thank you.
So he's going to charge you the price for a fine bottle of wine, 10 gold pieces.
Okay. Kimball? You have all of her money.
Are we sure 10 is as low as we can go? We're looking for bottom shelf.
I thought we were looking for...
I want mulled wine.
Oh,
That's just
got it,
boiled
got it,
wine with
got it,
spices in
got
it.
it.
It's just a calming, like...
We do have one for 5 gold.
Ooh, 5 gold. That's a little
Yes.
closer to what I was looking for. What's the vintage?
That's a good question.
Do you have one for all 4 walls of your inn still standing because Rook is really upset today?
Thaumaturgy, or precision, eyes glare red.
3 gold.
Cool. That sounds fair.
That sounds very fair. Thank you.
He
Gibble,
brings
do you
out
want to join us?
like a stone bowl with like a little wood thing on top. He takes it off in a big ladle and there you go.
Mm-hmm. Grab the bowl.
Oh, okay. Enjoy your stay.
Gibble, you joining us?
I would love to.
Dash is on prisoner duty, and Bishop, you're too young.
I'll just go up and do prisoner duty, actually. It's kind of awkward not having a glass.
If you want, I can get you some juice or something.
Fine. It's fine.
I mean, this is basically late juice.
And
Late
I'm
juice.
gone now. Just kind of awkwardly going up the stairs.
So, what's the plan, wizard?
Well, I am going to reach out to, I guess, the person that trained me and hope that he maybe knows where we go next. He's the most learned man that I know in this field.
And how are you doing, Dream?
Terrible.
Well, that makes 2 of us.
I just think at any minute he's gonna use this for whatever he did it to me for. It can't be good.
Well, how about this? You hold on to Philip for me, and then if anything happens and you kill him, I can bring him back, and it's no big deal.
That is a very kind offer. But if I kill Philip, I would probably just kill myself.
No, but Philip wouldn't die.
Yeah.
He just goes back to his home dimension, and then he comes back in the morning.
Yeah.
That's why he's suggesting it, because you can't kill Philip.
Okay, he does have very soft feathers.
You can't kill Philip.
As far as you know, you can't kill Philip.
I'll take him out of my backpack where he's been hanging out. And...
You know, I've never met an
Do I
owl
have
more
the
comfortable.
permission to hold on to you?
And, like, snuggles up against your hand.
I've never met an owl more comfortable being inside of containers.
Well,
When we were at home, I caught him in the bread box 3 times.
I mean, he's not technically an owl. He told me what the name was for what he is one day, but it's not pronounceable with our biology.
That's super not concerning.
He might be fiendish, I'm not sure.
He gobbles a little bit.
A proboscis shoots out and just starts sucking up wine. And then...
His beak opens out, alien style.
It's just a little owl head. It's like a cuckoo clock.
That is not canon for the 1 or 2 people who are watching.
I would probably head up to bed soon because I want to make sure we can get started early.
Okay.
Me too.
Bed.
All right. Who's taking watch of the prisoner? Are we doing Dream and Dash again?
Yeah.
And I'll set an alarm spell.
D&D?
If you want to, do you have one too?
I do.
Okay, we can both set alarm spells then in front of our rooms.
When I get up there, is Bernard sleeping?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's out like a light.
Okay. So I awkwardly snuggle up behind him and put him in the rook
He,
hole.
like, nestles in. He's like, oh, Rose, I missed you.
My name's not Rose.
What are you doing?
Making sure you don't flee in the night.
Okay.
Keeps you nice and warm.
Good night. He
Hush-a-bye.
does not get much sleep that night. Who's taking first watch?
I'll probably take first watch.
Okay. What are you doing during this time?
Staring at the window. Stroking him.
So 4 hours goes by. Nothing really happens. Bernard finally gets to sleep about an hour before you change watch.
Okay.
Flipping over, you're going to meditate, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you get into your meditation, you feel your ticks kind of get a little bit
Mm-hmm.
heavier, right? You're pulling your ear a
Like
little bit more.
thrashing. Yeah.
You can't kind of calm down. After maybe 20 minutes or so, you finally calm yourself down. And for you, you can choose to dream or not. But typically, you just meditate and then come out of it. It's a little different. You wake up in just a pitch black room. You dread. You look down and your clothes are tattered. You can tell that it's your body, but your clothes are tattered. They're not the same thing as you were wearing. You look at your hands, and it looks like you're missing your pinky.
What?
Rhododendron?
What? Rhododendron.
And then you kind of look around, just pitch black. Make a perception.
Oh my god.
Wait, how can he see his hand if it's pitch black? Or is that part of it? Dream
Dark
logic?
vision. Yeah.
19.
19. You do see kind of along the wall worked stone on most of the 3 of the 4 walls. The wall right in front of you, you see the outline of a door, and as it opens and light shines through, you wake out of your trance.
What did you do to
After
Mark?
4 hours.
I don't know.
You wake up as everyone's rousing.
Guys.
You alright over there, buddy?
Yeah, no emergencies. It just woke up.
I just had a really weird dream thing.
What happened?
Had weird ones.
I was in like a pitch black room and I was missing a pinky and my clothes were all tattered and I was like in a dungeon or something and then a door opened and I woke up.
You didn't see anyone?
I don't remember seeing anyone, no.
Would any of that sound familiar to me?
Spooky. I had a crazy dream.
I want to get out of this town, please.
What was your crazy dream?
I was just sitting in the chair watching, and then a giant flaming bird came flying across the way. Watched it go, it flew through me, and as it burst into flame, kind of enjoyed it. Then I woke up. It was weird.
Any of that sound familiar to me?
Not at all.
It does remind you of a fan fiction you read in his journal.
And E-Man took in the flame. And it was good.
And it was.
Lord save me from tiefling teenager.
Should drop the line from the Hunter series again.
I mean, if we're all sharing, I had a really lovely pie, and I read a great book, and I can't remember the name of it. But it was a really nice dream.
You'll find it one day, don't worry.
Hey Bernard, did you have any
Checking
dreams?
your flesh for runes or
No.
stuff.
If you want, I can throw you over my shoulders and you can sleep on the road.
They're actually kind of comfortable.
I could walk.
I can
Thank
make
you.
you sleep if that'll help.
No, thank you.
Here.
Yeah.
He meant with magic.
Oh, okay.
At least the non-violent one.
So dreams like checking me for like runes or marks or anything.
Lift up the back of your shirt.
Okay.
His leg just
How
starts going.
How much are you checking him?
I'm gonna check as much as he's gonna let me check.
How much are you letting her check you?
Probably a pretty decent amount.
So you're in the same room
She gets
as
to your
Dream.
waistband. She gets to your waistband. I'm like, Dream, I'll take over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see any marks at all on his body. The ticking is a little stronger
Mhm.
now that you can feel. You can't control it too much anymore, but nothing else seems
Okay.
to be happening.
Not on the road, I'm guessing. Unless you want to eat breakfast. Or...
After the thorough exam, I give him a quick swap on the butt, and then we go down for breakfast.
Perhaps we have breakfast on the road. I think it's going to cost about as much
Yeah.
as flour here.
He's got a point. We have a good amount anyway. Let's just go.
And yet, no fresh fruit in the entire town. Doesn't that seem... I hate this town.
I know.
So let's
Can we
leave
leave?
this
Yeah.
town.
If we ever become bandits, this is going to be our town.
This is where we start.
At least start some with fresh fruit.
No, I just mean like we're going to like raise this town, like
Uh,
you know, and then move on from there.
okay.
Maybe we'll take over that old bandit hideout that we found.
There you go.
It seemed
I mean,
nice.
it was cozy.
That's secret tunnels.
Secret tunnel.
In all honesty, it wasn't actually that secret when we found it. We just missed it.
So as I
Thanks,
feel
Bishop.
better today, I would like to spend more time personally getting to know Bernard and like doing like dad Rook as opposed to
He gets
angry.
more comfortable with you guys as because it's about a 2-day travel back
Yeah.
home. He gets more comfortable with you and starts opening up when he understands you're not actually going to hurt him unless he like does something bad. He talks to you about his...
Which I apologize for not being clear about that
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
where it was like, do bad things,
Yeah.
then pay.
Yeah. Then pain. He talks to you about his wife, Rose. You can tell that he kind of loves her more than anything.
Is she orcish?
Orcish? No.
Oh, you just thought I was her, so I thought maybe there was like a size difference.
Well, she does big spoon a lot. So
I can appreciate
Yeah.
that. Nothing like being spoon.
I usually big spoon too.
They're very small, though.
Well, he means with other gnomes.
Oh.
Racist.
How do you know?
Because
Yeah.
he's being racist. That's the joke.
Yeah.
No, definitely gnomes.
Definitely all gnomes.
No beard.
He talks to you about his gambling, how he can't get away from it. He was on a job at one of the farms in Bulmar and just kind of fell into these gambling ring with these bandits and lost all the money that he made.
You should get a wizard to like fix you.
I
idea.
don't
Could
think
happen.
they can fix that.
They can like set up a little rune that every time you spend money, it like sears your flesh to the
Oh,
bone.
maybe that doesn't
That'd
sound.
be a softer version of what I could do. Make it explode.
He scares me still.
Bishop.
Too.
I really want to curb it. I can help.
He means well.
Just
Just
it out.
a little rough on the execution.
I can assure you, it's not how he was raised.
You raised me, so you should know.
That's an interesting story. You raised him.
Yeah, he's my son.
In essence.
I don't see the resemblance.
All right.
I mean, there's a color palette, I'm guessing.
Are you... I always pictured you as a red tiefling.
No, he's
No?
blue.
It
Blue?
was like a
Okay.
very light, almost even like sickly pale
Yeah.
for a normal skin tone.
Okay.
Because in the post YouTube D&D era, all the tieflings are blue or purple now. Have you
Mm.
noticed that?
I couldn't have him be
I'm
red
not
with divine
saying
blood.
anything.
Are you saying in a post-jester world?
Well, I was just saying, like, even before that, like,
Yeah.
I've seen just a lot of, like, it's strange how tieflings have moved away from
From being
what's in the book.
Yep. The reds and the maroons.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a blue tiefling that I played on my screen.
You hike for about a day, set up camp for the night. Are you guys doing anything special during the night?
I mean, I cook, so should I make a delicious roll?
Mhm, make a
and then
delicious
Hank
roll.
will decide on the menu, as he is actually a chef and Rio is not.
Why do you put me on the spot like this right now?
Because he always puts me on the spot. So it's a 12 plus whatever.
God, what the hell are we gonna have out in the woods?
We have
Well,
supplies
yeah, you guys
with
bring
us.
supplies with
Oh,
you. They brought meat with them, right?
shepherd's pie.
There
Bacon.
you go.
Okay, yeah.
Shepherd's pie.
Lots of bacon.
And we have flour, so I can make... Well,
So-
shepherd's
Bacon,
pie doesn't have a crust.
That dream ate
It
all
does.
of the
It
fat
can.
off
but- I mean, but we don't have to put one on it.
of. So you make a nice shepherd's pie. It's pretty dang good. Bernard eats it
Technically, it's
with
cottage
gusto.
pie, because shepherd's pie is with sheep. But
It's a generic term now.
You make dragon's pie.
we have dragon
Yeah.
meat? Oh my gosh,
Dragon-
the first dragon we killed.
Dragonborn.
We're gonna eat like kings.
Dragonborn meat.
Wait, is that cannibalism?
For a dragonborn to eat.
No, dragon, because dragon is technically a sentient being. So, like, in our world, we don't have to worry about cannibalism outside of, because we're the only sentient beings, but in a D&D world, what constitutes eating another person?
I think
Well, if it's your own race, then it's cannibalism. Otherwise,
vegetarians
it's on
and vegans might argue about the sentience thing, though.
No, I agree with that,
Yeah.
but I'm saying, like, when it comes to cannibalism in the D&D world...
So back to
No, this I would say this is a character other than our world stuff.
yeah.
Rook
So
is
we're sitting
defending
around the-
his
we're
stance
sitting around
on
the
how
table
eating
eating-
a
Okay.
dragon is
So
not
I just feel
cannibalism.
like dragons have 4 legs, people have 2 legs, so you can eat them.
But I think that's not really acceptable because you wouldn't need a centaur, and they
No.
have 4 legs.
You wouldn't
But-
need a horse either. You could though.
I
But
have
centaurs
a
have
horse.
2 arms, so maybe it's the number of arms that...
Okay,
make
but if we're talking about
cannibals.
sentience here,
Okay.
animals are sentient. All animals.
Fairly true still.
Yeah.
They all have brains.
But, like, if we were to give them, like, say, a score of intelligence from 1 to 20,
Well, dragon would be way
and
up
they're,
there.
like, under 3...
I've seen druids talk to plants before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
plants
but,
are
Are they
sentient too.
sentient?
Plants actually do have some
but that's with
sentience.
magic, though. I don't think that should count. I don't think
Well, they use
magic should
to
count.
do the communication with.
Well,
Because
yeah,
a
that's
dragon
the-
isn't made of magic.
Well, it's made of magic, but it has 4 legs, so you should be able to eat it.
What if it's
And
a
no
three-
arms.
What if it's a 3-legged dragon?
Well, then I could definitely eat it, because it's going to limp and not be very fast.
Also, I feel
At this point, Dash just like walks on. Just walking through the woods. I'm just like,
I'm just saying it would be delicious, Dash!
uh-huh.
It'd be delicious, but cannibalism would mostly stick to humanoids for us at least.
Yeah, but dragons can turn into humanoids.
Do dragons?
When you
eat
kill it, they'll
us?
turn out of it because it's by magic.
bad dragons.
Good point. Dragons eat... Oh, Dash is gone.
I'm still listening from the outskirts. I'm just
Dragons
like,
eat
nah.
us!
Only when provoked.
So if you transform a bear into a person, then it's cannibalism?
As soon as you just
Well, it would depend on, again, like I said, like if there was a score
No,
of
he's-
intelligence.
He's got a point here.
as soon as you attacked it and brought it and weakened that magical state, it'll be a bear again, and then you kill it.
That's true. When it dies, the magic goes away. Turns back
Mm.
into a bear, not cannibalism. Thank you, Bishop.
What about true polymorph?
Do we even have a concept
you
of
guys
that
wouldn't
high
have a
level
concept
spell?
of
Yeah, this is new. That's later. We'll have this discussion again in 30 levels.
Well, I'm pooped.
All right, ready for bed?
Yeah.
Okay. You seemed really uncomfortable with me spooning you last night, so I'm just gonna tie you about 5 feet up in this tree.
Oh,
tonight.
no, you can spoon me. It's okay.
All right.
I've gotten used to
Safe
it.
He, like, like, you're kind of uncomfortable. Like, he gets in there deep.
Seems a bit more comfortable.
I'm cool with it. I'm a
Yeah,
dad.
I'm got it.
You think this one didn't poke me with his horns all night?
Not to mention the bed flaming.
Yeah.
That's true.
I still have burns
Still have
on my
burns
chest.
all over. Parts of your chest don't grow hair back.
That's why I wear vests. Right, Colter?
Anything you guys want to do before going down for the night?
You guys got watch?
Yeah.
You doing watch again?
Good night.
Which one?
I'll probably take second half this time.
Okay.
If you're
So
up with
Dream
that.
and Philip, and then Dash and Philip, since Philip doesn't need to sleep.
That's
Yeah.
true. I make them awake and watching.
Dash, as you go down to meditate again, your twitches again are a little more uncontrollable. After about 10 minutes, you kind of will yourself together, start your meditation, and nothing happens.
Like I can't meditate.
No, nothing happens in
Oh,
your
okay.
meditation.
It's like-
Yeah. You meditate for 4 hours.
It's like, what if I can't sleep?
Yeah, so then you wake up. Dream, what are you doing during the first watch?
Probably just pacing around the perimeter of our camp.
Okay. And then Dash comes up for second watch. What are you doing then?
I think I'll probably stay up with him.
What are you guys chatting about?
Philip.
Dash is still on the hole. It can't eat dragons.
I
tirade.
understand it.
I don't understand why
Your
he
dad's
doesn't
so
get.
infuriating.
They're like, they're people, and like they have feelings too.
What gives us the right to decide what we can eat and what
Exactly. Like what? I don't. Your dad's infuriating. He really is.
we can't? I guess I'm used to it now. Can you tell me the truth about something?
Yes.
What really happened to that wolf person?
Was this something we're not supposed to talk about?
Mentioned.
He told you specifically not to tell you.
They
To tell
Dream
Dream,
that-
specifically.
But no one is awake to mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Although he told me to message that to everyone,
Yeah.
but I did not do
Yeah.
so.
But yeah, that's true.
Oh, so I actually don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to say.
Yep.
This is your own, like, wait, should I tell her? She doesn't know now. That means we're like,
No,
that's your own.
I'm gonna tell her because I'm like gonna be 100.
Tell her?
I know they're lying to me about something. They
Wait,
think
what did
it's-
they say?
They think it's for my own good, but
Well, Bishop
I
just
can't.
killed Dash.
So, like we killed the wolf thing, and it turned back into a human girl,
I
and
was
she
afraid that happened.
had like a necklace that turned her into a wolf creature thing.
Why did she attack us?
I mean, we killed those other wolves, which we were supposed to do. That's what we got hired to do. But
I wish she had killed me.
why?
I would have deserved it.
Why?
It's like, no matter how hard I try, I can't be good.
I don't believe that.
We killed a person.
We didn't know it was a person.
She was... That was who that boy was in love with, wasn't she? And we sent him away. Thank you for telling me the truth. I thought I can handle it, but I don't know if I can. I walk away.
I'm just like, put my head in my hands. I'm like, oh crap. I'm gonna die.
All right. You all are roused.
She runs right to my tent.
You all roused for the morning. What are you doing?
disassociating.
Okay.
That's joking.
I'm probably just wondering.
Okay.
I'm
Make a
glad you have
performance
Philip.
Seeing her dissociating so
Oh,
much.
So
okay.
wonderful.
He really
Performance or deception?
Performance. He's trying to pretend
Act
like
normal.
nothing happened.
Act casual.
I'm sorry, but this is from the stream chat, and it's just great.
17?
Okay. Yeah, you are all
Do I
roused
get an
for-
insight?
If
You're
you...
not gonna
No,
focus on it.
at 17 he probably would play it off pretty well. You wouldn't think anything's wrong.
I would like to go see this. Disassociating a lot over there, so I'd like to be personally. Doing all right.
I try not to
No.
dadgasm watching my kids talk to each other.
I see him watching us and kind of like,
Yeah.
I'll usher you away.
You
Like,
bring her off.
this is awkward. Come on.
I like punch Bernard like.
He's being a good brother.
Alright, and then what do
They
you...
do love each other.
I did that.
I know we killed a person.
She made her choice. It happens in life. Like, well,
How do you know what the right thing to do is?
it's what you feel in the moment.
Nothing
I know I
wonderful
wasn't
to-
right when I broke that dude's legs, but I believe what Rook said. Felt it was right at the time, but now I realize that he was joking, and it was pretty bad at the time.
Wow, just following orders much.
I've been ordered to. They're not here. So now, it is good to stop and think on something, but you're in the heat of battle and something attacks you. Not much else you can do.
And then everybody keeps lying to me.
Who
Do you
lies?
think I can handle it?
Yeah.
I think I can.
And Rook is still trying to protect us both. And it's a good thing for him to do, but he's holding us back a bit.
Maybe he's trying to protect the world from us.
Oh no. He's trying to protect us from the world. He's not that ridiculous.
I know he loves us. Maybe that.
Just remember that. I mean, I need some more time. Oh, some nice woods we're walking around right
Can I
now.
make a stealth check to sneak up on them?
You never seen about you.
actively-
No, I just
Watching
really
her.
want to. I just really want Rook to cry at what you guys are saying.
I rolled my dice. Go roll yours.
I did not make it.
17.
Oh, hey kids!
As you approach, I'm just gonna keep just watching it. I'll keep walking away, pushing away until we finish that conversation.
As he's just kind of stomping like this through the wood.
Where is that firewood?
Rook, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Can you stay
I'm
with
just
the prisoner?
avoiding.
Avoiding the whole situation.
Although one quick question is it, if anyone asks, it was I'm the one that told you and not Dash because we don't want him to kill him. Right?
That's probably a good idea.
The best idea would be just to say you still don't know. Otherwise, so
Maybe.
avoid the whole iron situation.
Yeah, because he lies to me, so maybe
Just
I
trying to
can lie to
protect
him.
Always so careful.
I'm glad I didn't sneak up now.
Don't lie about anything large, though. Keep them small and sweet.
I'll do my best. You know that's not my strong suit.
It's not your strong suit, but hey, if you need any pointers, let me know. I didn't eat my vegetables last night, so he believed me. Alright, let's head back, though. He's trailing us a pretty good way into these trees now.
He's not very sneaky.
He's not. Big boots.
Wait, this isn't the toiletry.
Hard left.
Gimbal, where are the toiletries?
Hard left.
Oh, hey kids! I didn't know you were out this way. I was just looking for the tree that we pee on when we visit this part of the woods.
Hard left.
Hard left.
We'll walk to the other way.
I'm like walking weird because I'm like, do I need to walk differently? Am I leaving a secret?
Did you say that or no?
Backstreet.
Okay.
No, I
I
think
kind
I'm
of look
just-
at you awkwardly like,
This
Alright.
is my casual walk.
I don't know what to do with my arms.
stop.
All right.
Dream, you look so casual today.
That's what I was going for. Thank you.
She's got him.
I like see her from across the camp.
I'm
I'm just
definitely
like,
not keeping anything. From you.
No.
I gotta go. Walk away.
I kind of walk up to Dash and like, if anyone asks, I told her. Thank you. And I'll walk away.
You give it a few minutes and you come back.
Oh, yeah, that was a nice bathroom that I did.
Good to hear. Are we doing breakfast now, or are we just eating what we have rations on the road?
I already made breakfast.
Oh, well, I was too busy. Over there, I guess. I'm surprised you still made it as you're skulking through the woods.
I made it before that.
Oh.
I get up before you, Bishop.
You sleep pretty late.
Just because you roll out of bed and then run off into the woods doesn't mean the rest of us aren't doing stuff.
Just kind of like awkward.
why are you so defensive?
Shall we make progress on getting our gold?
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, you guys head back into Ozerin. Are you going directly to the Lost Key, or are you going to the which contract
We got to
are you
drop
filling first?
Bernard off
Okay.
immediately before anyone even realizes we're in town.
Okay, so you go past Steel Cry and you go kind of the back alleys to the Lost
Actually,
Key.
if you guys will permit me, I have a plan because Bernard has been so well behaved.
What's the plan?
Well, you have invisibility still, right?
Yes.
So we'll go to the guild, pretend like Gimbal stopped off at his parents' bookshop or something, and we'll have Gimbal deliver Bernard. And then that way we deliver Bernard without us being attached to it at all.
I deliver him invisibly?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, like I said, that way no one sees us together. There's no chance of us getting in trouble.
So who is? We'll see. Who is getting the contract with the guild?
I'll report in as usual.
Okay, and then who's going to the Lost Key?
Should I
Bernard.
go or should
I feel like maybe not
Yes, I
Gimbal.
don't know if they've ever met me.
They've
'Cause
only
remember you always
they only
go
met
without
you.
me. You like made a point of it last time to go without me.
Yeah.
Although
I'll give him my hat.
you saw me when I was there last time, so
He'll be invisible, what would
Mika
that do?
has seen me before.
Well, he can just now
Right.
vouch. Yeah, we can send Dash.
They've-
Dash is sneaky.
yeah, the Mika has seen you before.
Okay.
I mean, I'll go with.
Okay,
Do you have
both
enough
of
for
you-
3?
I was excited for your
Invisibility?
celebration.
I thought we just needed to make him invisible.
Oh, that would work too.
Oh, yeah,
actually.
okay.
That's what I thought you guys were going.
Oh,
for.
no, I just imagined that Gimbal would be invisible.
Okay, yeah.
Like make him invisible, go to
That's
Still
a
Cry,
yeah.
get the thing, and then all
Much
of you
simpler
go to Lost Key with
Right.
an invisible Bernard.
So Gimbal will make Bernard invisible, and then he and I
is it gonna
attack
hurt?
him.
No.
Okay.
And if I can't feel you, I'll stop it and make it fire.
Okay.
Hold hands now.
I'm just like in shock over Gimbal. Like, what?
He's been practicing.
Those
He
lessons
says
have
the
really
entire
been
thing with a
paying
huge smile on his face.
Which only makes it worse.
Only
It's like
makes it
7 shows that
creepier.
he's trying to be intimidating.
Okay, so you are all going to Steel Cry, making Bernard invisible.
We're gonna
dropping
split
Bernard
up.
first.
Okay, still splitting
We're
up.
Dash
go
and
to
Gimbal
Bernard.
will go to Mika. Then us three will go to
Got it.
Steel Crab.
We'll do Still Cry first. You get in. You have to report into Muzo.
No.
Yep.
Oh, you talking?
My favorite. The good enoughs.
I didn't realize you were taking reports today, or I would have sent Gimbal, your favorite.
Yes.
Here's a no
with
brochure
his
for you.
I'll
pamphlets.
pull out one of his older pamphlets. Here you go. He told me to give you that.
Thank you. What's your report?
It turns out that there were, in fact, wolves in Bullmore. They were pulling up corn, exterminated said wolves. No more problem.
Anything else? Any other hiccups?
No?
Not really, no. There was a girl and a boy who ran away during the incursion. They may have been involved, but we found no evidence of such.
Deception with advantage, because he's helping you out.
Come on, Rook.
Kind of wish for it, but kind of don't. Seems like a pain.
12.
12?
Yeah.
I'll be checking in on that. Here's your 5 gold.
Well, to be fair, I mean, we did kind of convince the boy to run away, but his dad is the worst.
And you could parade him around the farm saying, "Why'd you sick a monster after him?" So you feel like this is going to bite you in the ass, but we'll see. After that, yeah, you take the gold, able to relax in the room. You see that the Hollow Knights are back from their mission. Almost everyone's back. You have like a week or so until the Inquisitor is supposed to show up. So Sven has kind of canceled most of the long-term contracts, so everyone will be here for the trials and the Inquisitor.
I go down to the kitchens and yell at Cookie about how awful our larder is. I'm gone for 4 days!
Gordon Ramsay style.
Rook, I didn't know.
Would you eat this?
You'd be back
Would you eat
so
this?
soon. I was gonna clean up for you.
And you force him to clean it with you for the next few hours.
I'll help speed
Yeah.
it up with some magic.
Are you doing anything?
There's a cleric, right, that I've talked to before in the Hollow Knights.
Yeah.
What was her name again?
Her name
Gab?
is Swanda.
Oh, okay.
Slide.
Name
Swanda.
generators.
Swanda. Duh. Of course
Duh,
that's
come
what
on.
it was.
Swanda.
Sorry, the sunset's really pretty. If you're... Go look outside for a second, then come back.
Take your computer. Take your computer with you. You can't see me on that one. I'm pointing there. Or that one.
We're professionals.
We've done this before.
Okay, Swana,
Yes,
can I
dear.
speak with you for a moment?
Of course. What can I help you with?
Do you ever worry about...
What's Jet saying?
Just instructions unclear. Computer now in parking lot.
No, don't stand. Do you ever worry about your choices being wrong?
All the time. My patron, Bahamut, is what I try to live my life by, his values. So if ever I'm getting off track, I just go back to my prayers, and if it's not something that I think he would do, I steer clear of it. Is everything okay with you?
Everything is okay. I just worry that I don't know how to make good choices. I don't know how to be good, and I never will.
Well, perhaps maybe seeking the guidance of a larger power might help. I know before I found Bahamut, I was lost, similar to you, and he's given me a purpose in life, and he's given me power.
Do you think they would even have me at this point? Any of the good ones?
My dear, from what I've seen from you, yes.
Thank you.
Don't be so down on yourself.
I don't know if that's possible, but I appreciate your time.
We'll talk again.
So yeah,
Are you guys doing anything else?
I'm showing them clean. Presentation.
Every time I yell at you because he needs to clean it himself or he'll never learn.
Press to make it dirty again.
Is this raw chicken in the rice? Cookie! We have to throw out all this rice
Hey,
now!
what are you? I'm an idiot sandwich.
My favorite one.
All right, we'll pause, switch directions to you guys.
Hope you guys survived the night.
Woo!
Thanks.
was an
You
adventure
follow the
day.
directions to. Oh, you've been there. So, you go down the path. You find it without any hesitation, without any trouble. You find the lost key. You see that the door is locked, so you knock a few times, and Mika answers. Can I help you?
Hey, I'm Rook's friend. We're
Oh,
with Rook's group. We
yeah.
We have a delivery
yeah.
Okay.
from Bullmore.
Oh. So he completed the contract then.
Yeah,
Yes.
can we talk inside?
Yes.
Sure. Come on in.
Okay. So
Once we get inside, is this a safe place to talk?
can I do and like look around and see if there's other people?
Do perception. Yeah.
21.
So you see the place is empty except for two people at the bar, two gentlemen at the bar. One of them is looks like an older gentleman, kind of balding in front of his head, but has like the classic like ring
Friar.
around. Yeah, friar. He's dressed in a nice robe. Pretty old for the clientele come here. And then the next one's a pretty tall gentleman, pretty husky. You recognize him from a flower shop in the city. And yeah, those are the only two that are in the building. Yeah, we're among friends. They're actually the ones that put out the contract. So this is perfect
the
timing.
flower salesman. The rhododendrons are growing beautifully. Thank you.
Of course. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'll snap and take off invisibility on Bernard.
That's quite a good trick. And he taps the older gentleman on the shoulder. He kind of turns over to you. You see he has he turns over and he has a really big smile and like neon green eyes.
Arcana?
Sure.
11.
You can't really see anything outwardly like magic emanating from him.
Uh-huh. He's a
Make a
little
perception, both of you.
No, that dice too.
21.
10.
21?
I thought that was just a...
The only kind of odd thing is you see two matching bracelets on either wrist. You can't really place where they are, but they don't really go with the robe that he's wearing.
So he has two braces on each wrist, not they're sharing two similar
No,
bracelets.
he has,
Okay.
the older gentleman has two bracelets on each wrist. Or a bracelet on each of his two wrists.
Got it.
Yep.
So
As he turns over and looks at you, you see that who you remember as Olaf kind of whispers in his ear. And he's, oh, you can go get him. And Olaf leaves through the back.
Flower shop man?
Flower shop man leaves through the back. Yeah. So I see you've brought me my prize.
Yes.
Fantastic. Come here. Let me see him.
Okay, how does Bernard seem like he's reacting?
Fine.
He doesn't recognize the man.
Doesn't know him at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we'll walk forward with
Okay.
him.
yeah.
Bernard looks up. Thank you so much for paying my debt. I really appreciate it. Back to. No worries. Anything to interfere with the Black Stars. That's fine. Your wife is waiting for you at home. Please, on your way. And then Bernard kind of looks over to you awkwardly and starts walking out of the inn.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah. Have a
Thank
good
you.
one. Yeah,
Tell Rook I said hi or bye.
we will.
And then
Forget our names.
Yeah. Maybe we should use fake names from now on. Maybe we should make up some.
When we're helping Rook, that's probably a good idea.
So, the matter of your payment. What did we agree on?
Mika, I believe, told Rook 500 gold.
500. Okay. So that would put you in 4,000 gold indebted to me, I believe.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, you are the ones that interfered with my wizard friend, are you not? As he says that, Olaf comes out from the back with Emil, the wizard from Bluefield. As I recall, I sent him to Bluefield with a whole case of scrolls that went up missing.
We don't know.
Violence?
I don't think this is the right time for that.
Okay, so...
Invisibility?
You didn't take them.
How much?
You are 4,000 gold indebted to me.
What can we do to pay off said debt?
How,
We're not funny. You should ask.
why is that funny?
Remind me, which guild are you from?
I don't know if that question is necessarily applicable at the present.
Okay.
He's gone like monotone robotic.
This is giving me a scared face.
I'll ask you one more time. What guild are you from?
The Adventurers Guild?
Which one in town?
Sven's?
It's not in town.
It isn't.
Sven's.
It's just out of town.
Oh, and the name?
Of the guild?
Yes.
Steelcry.
Steelcry. Perfect. So, that is one of the guilds on the route of the Inquisitor. And just a quick job for me, and you'll be out of my debt.
What's the job?
I need you to kill the Inquisitor.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I'm okay with it.
I know. I think Rook is gonna be totally fine with this.
See, at first I was like, oh, we should have sent Rook, but now, no way. None of them.
Silence for a few
Love
minutes.
to be there for this.
I am just kidding, of course. She is a silver class Inquisitor. She'd kill you all in a snap of her fingers. But she does have a particular book that I am interested in. Steal that book from her, bring it to me. Your debt is paid.
What's the book called?
No name on it. It's a journal of sorts. It's a gold leaf, black leather cover. If you open to the first page, you'll see a particular rune inscribed on it. And he kind of sketches out the rune for you.
Do I recognize the rune?
What languages do you speak?
Common and Elvish.
No.
And thieves can't.
And yeah, thieves.
No.
Common, Elvish, Draconic, Dwarvish. And Gnomish, obviously.
There is a dwarvish rune. It is a dwarvish rune on it.
Okay.
And it is. He describes it as a journal of sorts that he wants you guys to steal from her.
What does the Dwarvish rune stand for?
The dwarvish rune stands for. It's translated to like to keep safe. So,
would I recognize it as like a warding rune, or is it just like a thing in front of the book?
just a thing, like a superstitious. Yeah.
Okay. So let me recap here. So right now we owe you 4,000 gold
Yes.
because of this thing that happened earlier.
Past indecencies, yes.
It's a good way to put it. If we steal this book and bring it to you, then we're done.
You are cleared of that debt, yes.
Do we have more debt?
At this time, no. But there's one thing you should know. Before you can do a task for me of this importance, I need an interview of sorts.
You know what?
An interview of sorts.
Like a
What?
test?
Of
Yes,
what
we can
sorts?
call it a test. Well, my friend Olaf here is in need of making some potions. So we will task you with getting the ingredients.
All right.
Can we get this all in writing?
Oh, of course. He kind of pulls out, flicks his wrist, and you see this like bundle of papers has a writing on it. There you go.
I pass it off to Kimball.
What is it?
It's a boilerplate contract.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing.
But it says that our debts will be completely erased upon the completion of these
He says
tasks.
that the debt regarding the 4,000 gold will be complete in the or will be excused in the completion of this debt.
Okay. Well,
Anyone else we should like watch out for around town that might incur some more debts for you?
Well, I am a man about town, so that could be anybody.
That's not helpful.
No, it's not.
Okay.
So we are in agreement.
is there a secondary task we could do in case this one goes afoul?
We'll cross that road as we come. We're in agreement that you will take on this interview with Olaf. He'll go with you, and in
Pink
turn,
Lotus Man, yes.
yes.
Okay.
In turn, he will. In turn, you will steal this journal for me from Penelope Greaves, the Inquisitor that's visiting your town or your tavern.
All right. It sounds like there's not much more.
This task that we're doing with Olaf, the two of us have to complete it?
Oh, well, my man said you have a group of friends. You will need everybody.
Did you say, Greaves?
Greaves, yes.
All right, just making
Penelope.
sure. Thank you.
Of course.
When are we doing this? What's
Olaf steps in. We'll meet here tomorrow morning, and we'll go face the good hunt.
Tomorrow morning it is.
okay?
We appreciate your consideration and generosity in these matters.
Anytime. And as a show of goodwill, if you get back from the interview alive, I will provide you the 500 gold that was offered for Bernard.
That is also greatly appreciated.
Of course.
Okay, bye.
He just goes back to sipping his drink.
I leave, and I'm sorry for messing with your wizard card on the desk.
No, I'm sorry for interfering with your nefarious plot.
With your, nefarious plot.
Oh, God. Okay, I guess we go back to Steel Cry.
Okay.
Are you gonna tell him, or am I?
I think this is something that I should speak with Rook about personally and alone.
Look, there's a whole handful of grease. A whole handful, Cook.
All right, fine.
Okay, have fun.
In like 3 days, I'm genuinely impressed.
I go find Dream and Bishop, and I'm like, we should probably leave for a little bit.
Okay. You guys go out to the gardens?
What did you do
Yeah.
now?
What do you mean now?
I'm gonna sneak away and be like,
This is-
something
Make
juicy's
an
happening,
angry
and go
one.
try and listen.
Okay.
sneakily.
You could also take this opportunity to explain the situation to them.
And that's what I do with
Okay.
like
Are
calmly.
you sneaking away? Okay,
Or
so
go listen
you
to
don't.
something
We'll
juicy.
make a stealth, I guess.
Ooh.
Can I try to see?
Are you? Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
actively trying to get him.
So it's perception.
Yep.
12.
22.
All right.
You turn your back on him, look back, he's gone.
Yeah, you mentioned just like something's happening with Rico. So.
Well, Dream. Here's what's going on.
I guess as
Yeah.
well.
And I'm listening to all this.
You guys also discuss her newfound religion.
Oh yeah. How was your day?
I will go to the kitchens. Can we speak in your room?
Did you get paid? We get paid? Because I want to buy brass pots for the kitchen.
I'm thinking brass with gold inlay.
What's wrong with mine?
That one should have a name.
It is named Susan.
Well, Susan just winked at me.
Don't listen to him, Susie.
It's a complication with the payment.
Wasn't good for it? Mika's usually gets back to us before
We
too
should
long.
speak in your room.
Oh no, don't take him away here now. No, stay, please. Get him out of here.
You'll get a message just like, oh, that was painful.
Well, Cookie, if I leave now, when I get back, I'm expecting all of this to be done.
Okay, it'll be done, sure.
Or I'm thinking that wall could use a new window. What do you think?
Ah,
You like that wall?
He goes back to clean.
Stomp upstairs. Lay back. Ugh.
I'm glad you're sitting down.
We might even be able to pay a cleric for some spells after we get the money. I mean, of course, we have to pay dues, and Inquisitor's coming soon, so we should probably buy Dream some new clothes.
We have to do something else to get the money.
Well, that's usually the case.
I
What's
have
up?
3 things to tell you, and I need to get through all of them before you explode.
All right. I will lower my heart rate in preparation of the first one.
Okay. 4 things. 1, Bernard's safe. He is free, and his debts are absolved.
Good. I was really scared they were going to kill that guy.
Our debts are not absolved from interfering with that wizard.
Although, what wizard? We haven't
Oh
even
no, it's
met
so many
any
more than
wizards.
3 things. The fake wizard from the town. His
Oh,
master.
so don't say wizard, say charlatan.
His master wants the spells back and paid for.
The flower shop guy.
No,
What?
another one.
No, but I'm saying the flower shop guy turned on us, essentially.
Essentially.
Okay.
So we owe $4,000
Gold.
to the master of the charlatan.
And I'm assuming they want us to kill somebody to pay it off or something? Something
No.
really awful.
All we have to do is take a book
Oh. Well, we go to the library all the time.
from the Inquisitor tomorrow,
Okay.
in a week. And we know the Inquisitor.
We don't know any Inquisitors.
Rook, it's your sister.
Shit. Penelope?
Penelope Greaves is the Inquisitor.
How do you know my sister's name? Rook? Gimbal?
I used to watch you compete.
Okay, so is Bishop around for this?
Yeah, he's here.
Because I would instantly start
You're
listening
looking for
around.
Bishop. Go ahead and make a
You
perception.
have to beat a 22. Oh.
We might be close.
21.
You don't see him or hear him.
But when you changed your name, I figured you were running for something, and I didn't want to be rude, so I never brought it up, but
That
I've
doesn't-
known who you were.
Can I do like a history check or something just to be like, do I know?
You wouldn't.
The
know.
Greaves, okay.
So, my question to the Dungeon Master, do I feel like she'd be happy or unhappy to see me?
You had a really good relationship with your sister,
Okay, so it might be easy
but
to get this book?
something happened,
Okay.
right? And you pretty much abandoned the family.
Yeah.
So you don't really know.
Is it weird that she's an Inquisitor? Does that sound weird? For her?
No.
She's-
Why do you think I dislike Inquisitors so much? Alright. It's fine. Terrifying, but fine. Yeah.
So, we need to take her journal and bring it to this man.
Would I know anything about it? No.
Well, he describes to you.
It's a black leather-bound book with gold leafing, and on the first page is a dwarvish rune that means for
Which is
protection.
weird because my family doesn't speak Dwarvish.
You know that Penelope did keep journals as a kid,
Mhm.
but this doesn't sound familiar at all. Especially the Dwarven rune. From what you can remember, she was not at all interested in Dwarven society or culture.
That's all that he wants. He said that if we survive his test, he'll give us the 500 gold, and if we do this, our remaining debts are erased.
I would like to send a message at that moment to him, be like, why do we owe them in the first place? There was just one that lost it. We just left them.
Bishop, where are you?
Can I open the door? When are we meeting your sister?
He was doing so well, too.
Leave.
It's really on top of us.
Alright. Still check.
20.
Say, yeah, your previous one would still catch him.
Yeah, then my previous one should still stand too. Oh.
So I
I'm
walk
leaning
over to
against
the
the
door,
door.
open the door, and look at him and I'm like, Bishop, if we have any affection for each other at all, you will please actually leave.
Alright. I'll start going downstairs. I'll help clean the kitchen. Okay.
Well,
Sorry, I meant to leave them out of this.
It's fine.
I mean, they'll have to be involved tomorrow morning, probably.
I can't understand what could be in that book that would be worth 4,000 in debt.
I mean, she's an inquisitor. She could have a lot of things. State secrets?
Don't care.
Family secrets?
It's fine. Just trying to think of if there's some reason we shouldn't be doing this. Also, how throwable was the boss guy?
I don't know what was wrong with him, but something about him gave me the willies.
Well, green eyes do that. And you said they were glowing?
Neon.
I didn't even know we had that element.
Very bright. Green eyes.
I've taken chemistry course.
I feel like we're at an impasse.
I don't think we have a choice but at least to do the first test. We have a week to think about it.
It's true.
No.
A week for the Inquisitor. Not a week for the
Test. Okay.
No matter what we decide, we do have to show up at the tavern that you sent us to tomorrow morning.
That's fine. I mean, we can get that out of the way for sure. I mean, and I guess if nothing else, I can just wear a helmet while the Inquisitor's here.
I mean, knowing you might be to our benefit.
Yeah. That's my concern, yeah. Mhm.
I mean, if she's that distracted, it'll be that much easier to get the book.
I just don't know if I'm comfortable with that. I mean,
You have time.
it would be like if you spilled wine on your mother's rug and then had to have tea with her while on top of it without telling her.
Oh, I would never tell her. I mean, I would tell her immediately. I would never not tell her. I would have to tell her that moment.
We live such different lives, Gimble. He's just staring at like the helmet the dented helmet he always has.
Gimble kind of dejectedly walks up and goes to pat you on the shoulder, but can really only reach your waist.
You have mage hand, don't you?
I know, but I feel like it needed a physical touch.
He reaches down and picks you up and sets you on top of the bed he's sitting on. Well, you better go let the kids know what's going on.
Bright and early tomorrow.
Yeah. Also, will you tell Cookie he did a terrible job and he needs to start over?
I go downstairs and I tell Cookie that the kitchen looks beautiful and they can quickly.
It does.
Thank you,
beautiful.
Gimble.
I
I appreciate that. I really do. I needed that.
I'll go try to find this.
I'm so sorry that I'm trying to keep all the adventurers in this guild alive from Cookie's food poisoning.
From medieval food poisoning.
I mean, the water itself.
Are you going
poisoned,
with
so
Gimbal for
Yeah.
to everyone else? Okay.
We'll gamble for now.
we're probably just in the garden, so not hard to find.
I'm sorry he sent you away, but you probably heard everything.
Oh, I heard everything. I really don't think we owe him anything. This was messed up. We should have just said he's the one who screwed up and lost 2 scrolls. We just solved a problem.
Didn't sound like it was up for debate.
Are we just gonna get paid something else for taking the journal other than just debt we don't actually have being erased?
They're gonna give us the 500 gold.
Well, I heard that the 500 gold was to be paid after the training session.
That's, yeah.
Anything for the journal?
He said after the potion session we get 500 gold, and then
Yeah.
the training session would cover the rest of it.
Alright.
500 gold's a lot of money.
Yeah, we're stealing from an Inquisitor for free, basically, though.
It takes my family a month to make that.
Well, the potion thing's not the big problem. It's stealing from the sister. I haven't even met her yet. I'm kind of excited now to know, but I better ask Sven for some details later.
Wait, whose sister? I assume we like walk up at that point.
We'll talk about that later.
Nobody's, and we'll continue working on our vocal control.
I was keeping it quiet with you. He's just sneaky.
Yep.
Can I do a check to see if I can figure it out?
You can do an insight. I mean, you know he's lying.
I
but
mean, honestly,
you wouldn't really be able to. I
Honestly,
guess-
it wouldn't even really be that surprising to Dash that Rook has a sister.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah.
know anything about Rook.
Yeah.
and by
so,
the
I mean,
process of elimination, you could figure out it's probably
Okay.
Rook's sister.
Don't mention it.
A lot of things not to mention.
Yes, there are.
These are difficult times. Confusing.
I want to go back and remake my character to have a better deception check, because he does a lot of flying.
Yeah, he's like the party liar.
That's a good thing, though. It's more like, yeah.
I feel like.
I think
Oh,
at
you
level
have
4, I'm going to
deception.
take a level of Rogue.
Do you have deception?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I got deception, alright.
We should let you lie more.
He's like, can I do an insight? I'm like, drop the dice, +7. Try me.
So I'll
You have 7
fill
on
them
deception.
in on. I mean, I guess he's probably already done.
What?
It.
7 persuasion.
Did you already tell them
You-
what the morning?
Yeah. Well, I told her
Oh, okay. And
because
he's-
he walked out with you guys. Yeah.
Well, I suppose we're all filled in bright and early at the place.
Yeah.
Anything else we need to talk about now, or should we just let him simmer?
I think we should let him simmer.
Yeah, the way he was looking at that helmet, he kept everywhere. That seemed a little more intense
You didn't
than
see
I was
that.
ready. No, you were holding the helmet the whole time when I opened the door.
No, he was
No, no,
just
I did
looking
that
at it,
after.
Yeah,
Uh,
but you know he has a helmet.
Yeah.
Like you've seen it
Alright,
before,
never
and he's never worn.
I did not see
All right. Well, let's probably get to bed.
that bedtime, and I'll find stuff.
Find Sven. Okay. Yep, Sven is in his office talking to the Fire Genasi sorcerer from the Hollow Guard, you know as Barrister.
I'd also like to make sure that no one followed me.
Anyone?
Oh, how does it feel?
Can I have just gone with you, or did you want to?
I'd be fine if you came with me. Like, alright, so before I'd open the door, I'd be like, "We'll be talking about a few things. It's up to you if you want to hear.
I'm ready.
Alright, just listen to the door, though. Alright?
Okay.
As
wish I would've
Barrister begins to leave, he says, "Do you still want to learn about your magic?"
Yeah, do you have some time, about like 5 to 10 minutes?
That'll work. Right before bed.
Meet you
Meet me.
downstairs at the
Meet
training.
me in the garden.
You got it. Alright, Sven, I got a few questions, if you don't mind.
Yes. What can I do for you?
Penelope Greaves.
The Inquisitor that's coming.
Yes.
What about her?
Can I get more of a background? Not because
Uh,
of the Inquisitor business, but because we learned that Rook. It's probably Rook Greaves.
Rook has
You're
a
outing me
sister.
to Sven?
Say, oh, you didn't know this. Well,
I did not know this.
alright. You didn't hear anything from me. Have a good day.
Okay.
JK!
I'll stop her right before I go through. Like, do you actually know anything about Penelope Greaves? Though?
Now I know that She has a brother, apparently. I know nothing else. I know the...
Let me be clear. You did not get this from me. You
Okay.
know. But Rook has a last name. His name is Rook, and that's the end of this.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Are you threatening me, Bishop?
No. Rook is threatening you right
Okay.
now. I should have seen him earlier. I
Oh,
was just hoping to get some down low information from you, but apparently I
I'll
just
keep
hooked
it
you up.
silent for the rest of the guild.
How many times did your son have to betray you before you break him in half?
I will like look him in the eye like with a worried expression.
How much do you love
your
him?
persuasion. Don't tell him for the good.
I'm
Oh, I
reevaluating
won't tell
every
him.
day.
Alright. And I'll turn back and like, you heard nothing. They're walking out and leaving.
Casual walk.
That is not how you want
Tell me about Rook's sister. Rook's sister? Nothing? Never mind. Go about your day.
Tell me about Rook's sister, who happens to be the Inquisitor.
And her name.
Why did you do that?
I was hoping to learn a bit more, but I learned a lot less. Okay, so nothing happened here today. This is where we're gonna practice the lying. That walk you're doing, that's not how you walk out. Just how you normally do. Nothing's changed. You know, everything's relaxed. We're going down to get some drinks.
I think for the first time
Not
in Bishop's
going to
life,
sleep.
the ceiling is slowly lowering.
Yeah.
Also, I would like to point out that of all people, Gimbal kept that secret for 7 years.
7 years!
5 minutes.
Not even.
I still went down to the kitchen.
man.
I'm not even a good liar.
It was never asked.
You know,
The
it's a
deception
really
is
easy
negative.
lie. It's a really easy lie because you just don't bring it up.
Right, I'll eventually go down to just
all you
go
have
to
to do
bed
is just
awkwardly, like
not ask the guildmaster.
You're not going out to...
Oh no, I'll go to the training first.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Yeah, you out to the training. He's kind of doing a meditation there in the gardens. He sees you and pops up. So tell me what you know so far about your magic.
I started just basically showing him different spells. Always pretty much all my spell slots showing him, discussing and showing.
Okay.
And some of them are cleric spells, so he's like,
Yeah.
maybe it's like a shot.
Sorcerers, we are different from most who cast magic. We don't derive our magic from any kind of teaching or any kind of patron. Magic kind of exists within us and around us. In order to better control it, what helped me was concentrating on what gives you power. For me, it is my heritage that gives me power. Allows me to enter into the weave and manipulate it. I think that would... I believe that would help you control it more.
I don't have any knowledge of my heritage, and
Think
this
on it.
power doesn't feel like it truly belongs to me sometimes. Keeps it.
Think on it, the magic will tell you.
Alright. I was kind of. When I go to bed, I'll try to meditate, slightly distracted from still panic.
Mm-hmm.
Just focus on how I'm making the fire kind of
Okay.
go around.
As you go up to bed, go ahead and make a wisdom check.
4.
4. You can't really feel anything other than just the normal magic around you.
Still kind of like
Mhm.
awkwardly looking over because I would live in the same room as Rook. On the side bed.
Oh, Rook has tears streaming down his face, and you walk in, and he's like, "Hey, kid," and he like leaves.
I'll send a message like, "We talk later, whenever you're ready," and just go to bed.
I sent back a busy signal.
You just think
Or the
beep,
equivalent.
beep.
Whatever the equivalent of not replying
Yeah.
to a message spell is.
Anyone else doing anything for the night?
I try to research the description of the man. Like, the eyes, the bracelets,
Sure.
the mouth
Go
being
ahead and
little
make
too
a.
large.
How are you researching?
I probably would start with the books that I have.
So
in, like,
many
my
books.
Personal, yeah.
Make a history check.
That is an 19.
There's a few spells that can make your eyes glow. There's a few creatures that inherently have like magical aura that kind of emanates strongly in their eyes. Nothing really on this plane that you can see. Yeah, you can't really hammer down anything.
I'll try to make whatever notes I can so I can continue later and turn in early so I can make sure we're up in time.
Okay. Dream dash, you do anything?
I'd probably do my trance now so I can get up early.
Okay.
And probably go stake out the place we're meeting them.
Okay. You sit down for your trance again. You're getting a little bit better at controlling your tremors now.
Okay.
And as you concentrate in, go ahead and make a wisdom save.
Do better than me. You didn't do better than me.
5.
You go back to that place.
Okay.
You wake up. It's a little bit longer this time. You're able to get up and kind of walk around. It is worked stone and a door with no handle on your end. As you put your hand up to the door, you feel the emanation of magic. It feels as though, like when you're next to somebody casting a spell, you can feel that the power, right, being drained or being gathered. You feel that on all the walls, and then after about 4 hours, you wake up.
So I physically feel like I'm there for 4 hours.
This time it was about an hour or so. You
Okay.
feel like you're there.
Okay. All right.
And then the twitching's back bad this time.
Okay. So I get up then.
Okay.
I think I'll try to sleep.
Okay.
What's that for?
Isn't that what got us into this mess?
Oh, gee.
That's what she's
Do
doing.
it. Do it. Do it.
She feels it's the right choice. She's got to do it.
Okay.
I was gonna invite you to go out on my thing.
Make
Oh.
a Constitution check.
Oh.
23.
So your body is fighting you. Your body does not want you to go to sleep. But you are able to kind of relax and push through that, and you feel yourself drifting off. And you appear in the same black area as last time. And you see the same tall, thin figure look at you. Ah, my dear Dream. What brings you back so soon?
I want to know what you have planned.
Well, you'll see soon enough, my dear.
Are you going to hurt my friends and family?
If they get in the way, yes.
Get in the way of what?
My plans.
I want you to know that I'm determined to be good, and I will not do whatever it is you want me to do. I will fight you.
Well, I've heard this many times, and believe me, my dear, they all give in.
You haven't dealt with me yet.
All right. Just remember, when you are in your little adventures and everyone around you is dying, you can ask me for some help.
I will never ask for your help.
We shall see. Say hi to your brother for me. And you are pulled out and wake up again as your body tenses and pulls you out of that state. Rapidly pet Philip.
Philip's like asleep. He's just like,
When I squeeze it so hard.
Eyes bulging.
Okay, so now I'll probably go check on everybody.
Okay. Sleeping, meditating, sleeping. Rook is awake.
Are you okay?
No, not really.
Do you want to talk about it?
I could use some company. I'm going out. Do you want to come?
I will come.
You bringing the owl?
Yes.
Was this
it's my
anywhere at
friend.
the time I would get up?
So I take her to the upper class side of town, to the graveyard there, and I'm going to go visit Aram's grave.
Okay.
I carry the helmet with me, and when I get there, there's a tombstone that I'm assuming has dates on it. So the death date is about 7 years ago, and I just kind of place the helmet on top of the gravestone.
Did you know this person?
Very well.
What happened?
They died, Dream.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I don't want to lie to you, but this is too much. So I apologize.
I think not telling me everything and lying are different, so I understand.
Thank you.
I talked to him tonight,
Who?
the Nightmare King.
How did that go?
Not well.
Did you tell him I was going to toss him through a wall next time I see him?
I told him I wouldn't do whatever it is he wants me to do. I don't think he believed me.
Well, we have one thing that he doesn't.
What's that?
A tiny gnome wizard.
That's true. Gimbal is powerful.
That was Rook's attempt at a joke.
He's tiny but powerful. He threatened Bishop. So,
Well,
if the time comes...
if he wants Bishop,
I'm just saying, he's in for a whole nother world. Could you imagine if he had both my kids? He'd give them back. He'd give you guys back immediately.
Are we really that terrible?
No. I mean, when you guys were younger, yes, but not anymore.
I appreciate everything you do for us. And if the time comes, I'll understand if you have to kill me. To protect everyone else.
I think you got that backwards, girlie.
You think I'll have to kill you?
No, I just meant I'll have to kill a bunch of people to keep you safe.
Oh. I don't want any more people to die because of me.
Sweetie, if you and Bishop woke up tomorrow and said, we're going to take over Ozerin in a rain of fire and blood, I'm there for you, sweetie.
This must be what unconditional love is. It's nice.
And don't worry, we'll convince Gimbal. Might have to kill Dash,
To rain the blood.
though.
I mean, he could probably be really helpful with raining blood.
I agree, but I'm just saying, like, every day I feel like I'm coming closer and closer to Dash's inevitable demise. I don't know why I get that feeling.
I'm not sure why he likes us. But I'm
No, he
grateful.
Sad. Well, let's head back.
Maybe I have like some crumpled flowers or something in my pocket and I put them on my gravestone too. Thank you for your goodness, dead person.
His name is right there. It's
Dead-
Aurum
dead
Prescus.
Dead Aurum Prescus?
Prescus.
As you say your goodbyes, go back to Steel Cry. Jump into bed with.
Oh, no, we're
with
separate
Bishop.
beds.
Separate
Okay.
beds.
Separate
Okay.
beds.
I don't know. Like, we had family bed a few episodes ago, so I don't know where you guys are at
We
this.
had
I
family
know where
bed?
those horns put.
Well, that's when he was a little thing. You can't put a baby by itself.
You get into bed,
You found me like I was a
thinking
toddler.
about what
Yeah, baby, tiny little baby.
what the future's gonna bring, and that's where we'll end tonight.
What, no cliffhanger? And then a dragon bursts through the wall. Tune in next time.
The cliffhanger is the awkward morning where Sven and Bishop kind of look at each other.
Yep.
You better hope Sven doesn't say anything.
Oh, yeah, no. Like, if I see him go to do, he's like, don't you say a word. Penelope told you. Penelope told you.
Okay, everyone, we'll be back at 8:30.
Remember to like, subscribe, get your friends to like, subscribe, follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. We have a Twitter, Facebook, everything. We really
MySpace.
appreciate anything. Actually, funny story, just real quick for the stream. MySpace shut our page down.
What?
Yeah, it didn't have a real name on it. Thousands of bands on MySpace. I create one
Oh,
D&D
because you can
podcast.
get like an actual band page.
If you want to get back at MySpace, like and subscribe.
So we no longer have a MySpace.
That is
But anyway,
some
we'll come up
bull
with a
crap.
tagline eventually.
Eventually.